Алоха, с вами Swordplane, и мы продолжаем исследовать второе крыло Арканы. В этом видео мы дособерем оставшиеся 2 воспоминания этой локации, итого все 5 будут собраны, и сразимся с мид-боссом. Итак, погнали!
Terrified, Ramatek tried to move, but his body was trapped by debris. Above him, the bloody meat mass of the prisoner, impaled by some broken columns, writhed and twisted, tearing its flesh. The blood of the creature began to spout from its wounds, and Ramatek could only watch helplessly as it slipped between the fallen stones towards him. After a few seconds that felt like a lifetime, the blood spilled over his face and ran down his forehead to reach the corners of his eyes. Blinded, the priest screamed in pure horror until everything fell silent. When he opened his eyes, the world was not the same anymore. In an instant, the rocks that blocked his body became ashes, and the dark form of the priest rose between them. What stood there was no longer a person, not even a mortal being. Ramatek looked at what was left of the prisoner. None of the priests of Aranis ever understood the truth. That was not a god, only discarded remains. Confused, the priest went to the door, exterminating both the attackers and all the survivors on his way. For him, none of them were people anymore. He saw only blots on the move.
Baby, there's something I have to tell you. There's a library card in the back of me, and I'm long overdue.
Just shut up, please.
That's a Nexus Guardian, babe. Keepers of primordial supernatural cores. I wonder what it could be protecting. Babe, the Guardian, he had something different. I noticed it when I absorbed its existence. A magic formula codex. Very primitive, but linked to the seals of this place.
Add the formula to our magic. With any luck, it'll resonate with the seals in this place. Maybe we'll be able to activate them now. That seal. The entrance won't be open much longer. We need to destroy the barrier quickly. That seal. The entrance won't be open much longer. We need to destroy the barrier quickly. Do you know anything about this place? Or why it's full of statues bearing your likeness?
As far as I know, I think that this is the Cathedral of Arenas, which was destroyed 700 years ago. I don't have admirers from that time, so no idea about the statues. I also don't know anything about the messenger who could be linked to this place, but I heard that this place was the prison for some kind of evil. What I can tell you is that Arenas was controlled by magic codes. If you want to move around, maybe you should pay attention to the doors and find where you can activate them.
It had been 10 years since Ramatek left Arenas, after what he considered his awakening. With some melancholy, the dark priest stared at the ruins around him. His eyes perceived everything as only he could. An environment in which the material and the spiritual world formed a swirling chaos. That abomination was something that Ramatek had learned to hate, and its mere vision upset him so much that with a slight fit of rage, he destroyed what remained of the central chamber of the cathedral. While fragments of the walls fell around him and turned to ashes, the priest wondered again how he could have been so blind his whole life. Like 1,000 times in the past, he silently thanked his God for blessing him, for opening his eyes to the truth. Existence was a sin. The whole creation must disappear. That absolute truth, which only he understood, had become his gospel, an intrinsic part of his own nature. The world, in its folly, would consider him insane and would try to stop him, but they could not. Nothing could. Someday, he would awaken the only God. Someday, the whole existence would come to an end. That was his destiny. It.
Hi again. I'm happy to see that you're okay. I am trying to manifest myself in other rooms, but it's far more complex than I thought. So far, there's only one thing I'm sure of. Some messengers are already on the upper floors, but we are unable to reach them. This place has its own rules. It's not something as easy as simply jumping over there. There must be some way to open the seals that block the entrance to the second floor.
I have no importance. There is Thank you. You freed him. This isn't much, but please, take it. It is my only possession. I am eternally grateful to you for helping him.
You saved her! You really did! I will find a way to reward you, believe me.
This place is not my home. I was simply brought here by a memory. But if you reach my home, I will show you its secrets.
Have you met him? You can find...
What is your relationship with Ellie and I?
Jealous?
You wish, ergo. But I was wondering why you treat her so differently from the others.
She really is something else. Maybe the only person I respect in the world. She has done some crazy shit. You know why she's like that? Long ago, before even facing me, she sacrificed her own body to destroy an entity which was feeding off of dead gods.
You mean the first war in the shadow?
Yeah, and even in that pathetic half-life status she's in now, that crazy woman was able to face me and lure me into a trap.
The great Ergo Mundus didn't see it coming.
Oh, no. Of course I knew it was a trap. She told me directly. But it was like the throne thing, a matter of principle. I couldn't just ignore the chance to fight the greatest powers in the world, you know.
She outwitted you and you lost.
Let's call it a technical tie.
You lost and ended up sealed in a book.
La 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 la, I can't hear you.
Do you hate Romeo Exet?
It's not hate. I mean, that guy is freaking powerful himself. Probably the most powerful human being I've met since Eleni, and I respect that. But there is something in him that I despise. That attitude. He behaves as if he is some kind of savior who can't ever be wrong.
Too similar to you?
I'm not human, baby. I am what I am. But that guy, I told you, there's something in him that I can't stand. But what about you? It looks like you are his biggest fan.
He and Lady were the only ones who treated me like a normal girl. He has no qualms calling me his weapon, his instrument, but he was nice to me.
That's just because he's not afraid of me. It's another way to prove that he's better than everyone else. Oh, someday, I wish I could have a chance to kick his ass.
That is something that's not gonna happen.
A book can dream.
Странно, а вот второй разговор про Ромео, он уже был раньше. Почему он снова появился? Как-то непонятно. Итак, мы собрали все 5 воспоминаний, и в следующем видео пойдем и победим второго босса этой большой локации. И если вам понравилось это видео, поставьте лайк, поделитесь им с друзьями и знакомыми, пишите ваши комментарии. А с вами был Swordplane. Всем пока!